Are we ready to follow the unconventional options? Because some ratification now, I'm only roadblock long in. Commissioner Plong, present him ministerial statement below me. Me apologize for some black and white, I mean, no available as I speak. The current issue has many evolving parts. So I mean, let me long lock in on the issues quite firmly. So as soon as the written part is ready, it will be distributed to the members. Mr. Speaker, me talk thank you long statement below you. I think it's quite a difficult, you have been put in a quite a difficult position where time you speak up long Narapla House, now you have to respond to the actions and the decisions of a speaker in another jurisdiction. But Lomi, you are left in no position. You are left with no position because integrity below you has been called into question. Not only by the general public, but also by Bougainvilleans themselves, who accuse you, based on what the national speaker had said, that you have colluded in coming up with an agreement when really there is no agreement. Now, the question speaking hope, also more formal discussions of Melanesian Agreement, and we go ahead in good faith. Me too, me got this plotting thing. That's all you may by consult na me agree. Na by me ratify mo sa manan. Tam di sila wall ya. Olu make me untap straight. Me remind him house, also if you follow what had happened on the floor of the National Parliament, you would have noticed that before this last session order come inside, National Parliament was voting on a constitutional amendment to extending retirement age. It failed. It failed on the requirement below 2/3. So suppose you know na pain him 2/3. Usa dito kimi ba you pain him 3/4? Usa dito. It's an impossibility. This Melanesian alliance negotiations is dead in the water. This ratification is dead. You may gaman lo praise him this la tok lo sessional order. By me got agreement. Tas all you sawe pinisem by non succeed. What stupidity is this? Lo continue, lo negotiate time you solve some end result and by nil. What sort of stupidity is this? Lo revive him, this Melanesian Agreement dialogue. Me propose him. You Minister Makiba, now you Prime Minister, now you blow national members of Bougainville, harim this option. Says you like him, you may continue yet lo this preferred option. Blocks him independence, lo one bell na belisi. Then you must revoke him back this motion lo National Parliament. Revoke it, negate it. Minister must bring him narapla motion. He go to floor of Parliament. Now put in this la tupla position below Bougainville, one time national government. Bougainville you may be argue yet long simple majority lo day one. National government you been argue lo 2/3 majority. Put in this la tupla option. Na larim parliament in making decision. That's the only way we will revive this la Melanesian Agreement. Me ba me negotiating 1.5. Time is our and by fail. Me negotiate because meeting also me got chance. But make him independence through this la preferred option. So, Mr. Speaker, this la option that I suggest him. Lo revoking back this la motion. Now bring him this la tupla voting threshold. He go back to Parliament has been communicated. Has been communicated through the administration. Me disappointed straight. Now me bring him, you may go back long. Also long. Sampla ye go finish. Sampla moon. President he been ask him this la ask him. Are we ready to follow the unconventional options? Because some ratification now, I'm only roadblock long. You may ready, suppose government is making some drastic decision. Because there are consequences. Suppose you may be any more narpla option. The national government is talk Passim Airport. Now Passim Bridge, are we ready? The next decision that we make has consequences. The question is, are we ready to accept those consequences? Because this is a preferred option, and only work law blocking. Me believe also, based on the events of last week, now events this week, you may close to this day, but you may make another decision. You may close to this day, whereby you make him independence through long narpla options, and not necessarily through the Bougainville Peace Agreement. Mr. Speaker, you may look issue last week, where big man Bewani, a minister Kalsa, have been open mouse. Now call him you mean about. Savior Blo Sampla. And in it long law section 342. Minister Bougainville Affairs all. And we got right to bring him all something, he go inside law parliament, law ratification. Nobody else. Not the Prime Minister, Justice Minister, Speaker Emietu. The law is explicit. And we talk for purposes of ratification, and Minister of Bougainville Affairs, and by bringing referendum result, one time post-referendum consultation report. And by triggering of now this discussion, ratification. Now last week, and Bipartisan Committee report where Dr. Marat been chairman, been presenting. What happens instead? Government hijack him and make him on some ratification. It was totally unlawful. Totally unlawful. No at one time, Miharim Minister Makiba, as the responsible minister, bring him all these documents he go inside in order to trigger off that ratification process. And we all Burkin Bush thread to an extent where even the Bipartisan report was never discussed last week. Big man lo bewaniya, tok lo house belongan. Migat right lo tok lo house belongan. Me make him clear lo you Belden Nama. You're not a savior. You're not a hero too. There are serious allegations about you on human rights abuse on Bougainville. Some of these allegations are coming up. You lucky long only the man. Only negotiate immunity na you hide. You lucky people like me and the president. We negotiated on immunity for everybody. Not that you round and you call him you a hero. You are not a hero, you are not a savior. Last 2 days, me looking one statement belongan, and me talk if the president and the vice president expects an apology, they are not getting it. Usati worry lo you ba me blessing out apology lo. Usad. You usad man. You usad man ba me bla apology, seek him apology lo you. You're entitled to say what you want in your own house. Now, a lot of these arguments that are going on, with due respect, it's on the it's about the Constitution. Even idiots like Belden Nama, all too all like Tok Law Constitution.
Vice President.
Mr. Speaker, sorry, me mouse publicly, me withdraw him back. Honorable Member Blo Bewani, Minister Blo Culture and Tourism, M2 i-base him, Tok Blongan Law National Constitution. Maybe like protect him this law Constitution. Well, let me make it absolutely clear. And same Constitution, yeah. Inside law, this law same Constitution. This law National Constitution, yeah. And we got all state of emergency powers. Time you like declaring state of emergency, it's an important issue because government by making this decision where it will impact adversely on people's rights and freedom. That's why our state of emergency regime are contained in the Constitution. Well, not law, am I right? That's all state of emergency, government got right. Law take away your rights and freedoms. So this la mama law, where member belong Bewani, no, not line ni work lo tok longan. Me make him clear. Same mama law, you use him, lo come na kill him all people lo Bougainville. That same Constitution. Lo boda belong me want a member lo paid. Lo boda place lo mi pla. Kami school lawyer na mi read him all story below South Africa, na Nelson Mandela. Na how all white man, no racist, all kill him all black man lo South Africa. All put him petrol lo taya na all hangam up him na light him lo neck, belong all black man. Sorry, that happened in my constituency. And come up lo constituency below me. The time we plan no piney met sample body belong this la young plaman. And if you expect me to abandon independence, I am not. And mama law you use him, yeah? And mama law you use him. Now you think also you got right to come now causing massive human rights breaches on the people of Bougainville. Mibla fight back. In the end, you scale him also, fighting on up win by Miguel of Peace. So we agreed. You may agree now, you may sign in this Bougainville Peace Agreement. Now you got amendment. You come up with this mama law, you walk lo tok tok longan. You got amendment, part 14. Part 14 now. And we talk about some Bougainville where you decide him political future. Time Minister Pungao, one time Sir Puka Temu, on behalf of the two governments, looked at the options. It was decided to do you talk two option, but one plan compulsory. The independence choice, or as an option, is a compulsory option. You can put in 10 plus, 5 plus, 15 plus, but one of them is compulsory. It must be independent. You may all get tired. You may not come inside nothing, Mr. Speaker. None of us are sitting in this house where you may force him, you may yet, now you may come. Why? Because you may candidate. We went through that process of being a candidate. Now, man Mary believe lo you me now. Noli vote lo you me. Independence and one em play candidate and been gaman. Time you put him independence of some candidate, he is also expecting to win. Now I mean win na like Rausimam through other devious means. One kind of election, you got period where you can challenge him result. Some of the members in this room, with due respect, also member belong Makis, he went through an election petition challenge. Mibla sampla lo last election. So he got X number of days where suppose you know how much lo display result. Then you challenge him. Look at money challenge him, Mr. Speaker. So, event belong last Tuesday. Mikam lo event belong this last Tuesday. Event belong this last Tuesday. And Minister Makiba, Namitok, thank you, Lord Speaker, he's laid the groundwork. So you can look in this like Yaman. Speaker, no talk, you may conclude in this like Yaman. Tupla government only been start one time constitutional regulation. It been got porret also. Suppose you may learn him this ratification. He go inside law parliament. No good by got sample loophole, or we might lose control through all application belong all standing orders. So it was consciously decided by the two governments also. By me crafting out procedure, lo how all this ratification by come up. One kind document by going inside. So we initially agreed on the constitutional regulation. Then we abandoned him na talk sessional order. Now, tupla government, he agree lo sessional order. In no got one agreement. the voting threshold. None whatsoever. Tasol one plablong reason na yumi bin making moderator. Tasol one plablong reason said Jerry Mataparay. The argument was no longer a sessional order. We had agreed. The argument is what is the voting threshold, whether I'm 2/3 or simple majority. Not at one time we come across one plus talk or one plus document lo 3/4. This time we come up lo national parliament, and first time lo mi lo harim also we got agreement lo this la 3/4. Me no hamamas. I think there's a national government strategy. Lo try na frustrate him. This la walkabout belong independence. But they are not applying the strategy in a good faith manner. I've made my position clear that suppose this flight continue because I have some issues one time all national members blame. This was something time we go inside law NEC. This was 3/4. You blow minister from Bougainville. What were you thinking? You plan to like Trump killing me at law NEC level. Na time we go inside the floor of the parliament now. You blow at a club na hamamas. And when Sir Puka raised the objection, the point of order, you play at Bougainville too. Remember you play sing out lo Sir Puka. But he was asking a genuine question. Why na not debate lo this la motion, number one. Number two, this la 3/4 kamwe. Mr. Speaker, my options that I have put forward through the administration, me believe, and this option that's all, by reviving back Tok Melanesian Agreement. And that option, long only must file in our motion, where by negating this law, current 3/4 ya, na larim this la tupla, voting threshold ya, by national parliament they can make a decision. So Mr. Speaker, you may stop when now. Now you make clear. Now you make clear along strategy of the national government. The preferred option is starting to get dimmer and dimmer. Narpla tupla option blaming. Tete concentration by Golongan. Next week, I'm calling the heads of departments where the directive will be issued. Time lo play finish. If you've been playing during this first option long, finding independence through the BPA and ratification process, you stop it. Stop it. By not excuse the second and third option, Mr. Speaker, because this is a second and third option, I mean, not requiring input from the national government. It doesn't. That's why this government has been honest. Lo talking national government, this is the preferred option. You must barely see. Bougainville sa Siburuk, it must be based on a new relationship that Jimmy Tupla agreed on. Instead, today we are faced with lies and attempts to make sure this independence die even before Emi walkabout or Emi born. So, Mr. Speaker, we remind them all members of this House. So now it's clear now. Suppose you know clear good yet. Let me start look clear now. That all efforts will be made to disrupt the independence pathway through the preferred option. So, national government now, sa simiksim narpla option, I mean, got input mo of national government. So, you man Mary na pikinilo tonsu, you talking me. But you make one. So, man Mary pikinilo torkina. Now, by make him independence. But you make him one. Man Mary Pikini long on island. Now you make him independence through Lonar Plarot.